Ha ha! Very, very, very merry. Hello, everybody in the Connection Hub. Hello, everybody out in Speaker Insight land. It is the elves, Kelly and Helena here, ready to say welcome to our Christmas extravaganza. It happens once a year, and we welcome you in with us. We know that this is a completely ridiculous nightmare for you because it is not Tuesday.
It's not Tuesday. What's going on?
It's not Tuesday. It is Monday. And so the chances are that we're actually going to end up doing this to nobody because we flummoxed you in this way. But we are hoping that you jump on. Oh, yay. One person has actually joined, which makes me very, very, very happy. So Kelly's sharing things out into
I haven't even shared it out yet. Give me a chance.
No. I'm just saying this. I haven't pressed the button on what I'm supposed to be doing because we really are on the very last day of us working. So my name is Helena. I was going to say my name is Kelly.
Christmas has started for us, hasn't it, already?
And we haven't even been drinking. So I think we're just high on a little bit of Christmas because I think at the moment everybody deserves to really put some love and attention into being a little bit excited about Christmas, whatever the plans are and however you may have been scuppered in some way. So we're honoring that and saying, make the best of what you can as you're here. So for those of you who are here, say hello, please say hello. And if you are wearing something festive in some way, some Christmas jumper or other, we're not going to do the buzz in your business. We're going to do the what's going on in your household.
Jingle in your bells.
What's the jingle in your bells? That's how it works. Hi, Jacqueline. Okay.
I'm going to share my Christmas jumper because I'm not going to have the chance to wear it this year. And for those of you that can't see it, it says, "Deck the halls, not your family."
Which makes a lot of...
I'm not seeing my family this year. I'm sharing it with you.
Yes, I think that's a really, really good thing. I'm hoping you can see the glorious star on the top of my hat. So every now and then I might have to bend down just to actually do this because I'm in love with this thing. So let me tell you what's happening in this weird, wonderful Monday scenario. Normally, we would be teaching you all sorts of things. And one of the things about teaching all sorts of things is also about the reflection, the listening into what you've done in the past. So if you want to reflect along with us, please feel free to and share with us some of the highlights. We're about to, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, seriously. My eyes lit up. It was ridiculous. But here's the thing. Every year, we run our Speaker Insight Awards live just to summarize what's actually happened in our world over the last year. And we invite you to do the same because acknowledging what's happened and what's gone on is a really important piece around, a lot of us, certainly inside our membership kind of Changemaker Central, we make sure that people stop and actually really understand what have they achieved, what have they done, what have they accomplished, how far have they got with certain things. And so, thank you, Tally. So that's our invitation to kind of play along with us. So we're going to share some of the things that we've done this year. Kelly?
And also, we've got at least 4 or 5 of our change makers that have made themselves visible just in the comments. So I know that you're watching this. But last week we did our quarterly review of 2020 quarter 4 with these guys, and that's what we do in Changemaker: is look at your business metrics, review, celebrate, review what went wrong, re-strategize, and then forecast for the next year. So that's what these guys are all currently ploughing their 90-day plans into us for review before we finish at close of play today for review. But we really encourage you to do the same. And we've done this in some training. We have a strategy day, Helena and myself, once a month, the last Thursday of every month, where we look at our numbers, we look at what's working, we look at what's going on, we look at our projects for that quarter. And so we did this on Thursday, but actually including looking at the whole of the year. And that's what we want to share with you today, because you've been a part of our journey.
For sure.
And some of the things that we're going to reflect back to you, maybe have a pen and paper handy just to actually, if you're not a change maker, just to know, what have you done in that area? What's your celebration? And share it along with us in the comments. Like, this is about all of our journeys.
And the thing about that is that you might actually be inspired, or you might remember. And this is the thing, when you celebrate with others, you actually get inspired and remember what you might have done that you've dismissed, that actually was either a catalyst to something huge. It was something huge in and of itself that you've just gone, yeah, that happened in June, whatever, I'm here in Christmas. Don't do that. Build on the successes. So we love foundations, and these are the foundations that some of which we set out to do and some of which inadvertently happened, which I feel is probably the same thing for most people. So let's get cracking. Kelly, you kick us off.
Yeah, I think acknowledging what Helena just said, 2020 has been one of those years that we won't forget for so many reasons. But it's really affected the speaker industry, coach industry, quite significantly. And people, I'm not going to say pivot because I hate that word, but people have had to change and adapt and do things differently. And digitally is one of the key things that we're talking about. So many of you, I can see some of you online at the moment, that have been to our Speaker Insight retreats or been to our Connect and Create days, which we normally hold the retreats 3 times a year and the Connect and Create days every 2 months or so. And unfortunately, with COVID, we were only able to run one retreat this year and one Connect and Create day, one which was quite socially distanced Connect and Create day before, lockdown happened and COVID really hit. So we were grateful to have those people at those retreats and those Connect and Create days.
For sure.
And we're looking, we've got new dates for the retreat for 2021. Helena will put the link in the comments for you. And if you want to, it's on application only. We make sure that it's the right thing for you. And then we're having a strategy day in the beginning of January to see, just testing what the water's like for next year for Connect and Create days, and whether we will take them back online or whether we see if we can do them in small groups. But that's very much up to the lovely babbling Boris. Everyone is severely wanting to stab at the moment because he's taken away everyone's Christmas. So yeah, I know it's mad to think it was only Charlie that you were at the retreat. So yeah, so much has happened in your business. It's been great. It's been great to see you blossom. So so have a look. We miss the live events. I don't think I'd ever say that because I'm an introvert.
Hang on a minute. Did somebody record that?
But I really do, with that now being a year in isolation, the human connection is so important. And,
Hi, Wendy.
It is important to keep that going as much as we can. And, go back to the training we did with John Colby about making online events engaging, because that was awesome. Go back, if you're not in the hub, go and look at the social learning units in there. And go and watch that one if you want to learn how to make your online events more engaging. Good to see you, Amy. Oh, she made it for the last across the pond. She's made it for our live. Maybe because Amy was one of our winners last year.
Ooh, so
maybe she's thinking that she might win again. So yes, we are going to keep you all the way till the end of our live to announce our winners, obviously.
Of course.
And I'm sure you've seen in the post the categories that you might be up for. So please stay watching till the end, all of you that are watching.
Yeah. And hi to Wendy. You may not have heard me, it's just really great to have you here. And we really do love that and are very grateful, as Kelly said, to have you here. So the turnaround that happened in March, we quickly recognized, if you like, that Zoom was going to be something that was going to be everybody's number one tool. I mean, how many of us have wished somewhere or many times that we had shares in that company, right? It's just ridiculous. It really is. But Kelly and I kicked us off literally with not that we anticipated it being this long. We were like, yeah, why don't we just do a little tutorial on how to use Zoom? Because we, of course, use it as part of our business, all the time. So we're like, should we just do a little one of these? And we ran a 2-hour deep dive, in effect, on how to support your tribe, on using it and all the features and how to actually do it and everything. And there were about 4 people who stayed with us for the whole thing, which was amazing. Because, and I know for a fact that many people have actually gone back and looked at it, because we did the kind of thing where it was like, everyone was literally putting in questions around, well, how do I do this and how do I do that? And so we just wanted to be responsive. So one of the things that is very characteristic of us, but also of what we tell our clients to do and what we encourage them to do, is you have to listen. You have to be aware of the trends that are going on. And that question of, what's needed right now? That's the question that drove us to do this. So we scrapped the Facebook Live that we actually had in place, and we set this one up. And at the end of the 2 hours, it was 3:00 after our Facebook Live normally starts at 1. Like, we know we can go on a little bit, but we're always giving value. But this was like Kelly, I feel that was a masterclass.
But we
So
know
yeah,
that, you know, Zoom has gone through the roof, as well as StreamYard, which we use for this. But if you're still looking how to do more than press the, you know, start meeting, and you want to use interactive whiteboards, and you want to use breakout rooms, and you want to get to grips with that for 2021, then do watch that training and
yeah.
really skill up so that you can use Zoom to full effect in the next year.
And that might actually just be one of your points of review. So not only is this about what you're celebrating, but it is also actually, really, virtual environments are here to stay. However much the world opens back up, we now know that the world is never going to go back to what it was. Your businesses are never going to go back to being structured how they are. So if this is a little bit of a, and I'm not just saying this, I'm saying all the technologicals, all the things that we might hint at as we speak, make a note for yourself to go, actually, there are some things I need to get better at and would like some assistance with. So that's the invitation. Right. I'm all
So
done.
we've done events were cancelled. We're moving forward. The fact that we basically have done lots of online side of things instead. One of the other key messages that was coming up when we put polls up in the Connection Hub about, what did you need? We've still got a coronavirus announcement up there of all the support that's up there for people in the hub.
Yeah.
But one of the things that was really key is people going, okay, this is the time I need to create that online course that I haven't done, or that now it's my only route to deliver what I wanted to do because of the delivering digitally. So actually, Helena and I surprised ourselves on
Oh
this,
my God.
because we actually put together a deep dive course in 2.5 weeks, everything, all handouts, all videos, uploaded to Thinkific, got it out there. And we've been blown away by the people that have watched it, downloaded it, purchased it, and then have gone on to sell their online courses within, I think Judith was the same. She did hers within a few weeks as well, right?
Judith actually did. So she got to module 3 of our course, which wasn't the end of it, and she went, right, I'm going to start making mine whilst I finish this. And in 2.5 weeks, no, 3 weeks, she literally got her course out and in the world. Like, how amazing is that? That's beautiful.
And so this is what we really saw as a need. And again, this is advice for you. Have you noticed a different need that your avatar has come to as a priority as a result of 2020? And how are you serving that need that means it's easily accessible for them? So, that course will not only help you identify what the course is, do all the market research, learn about product testing and seed launching. It not only tells you how to actually put the modules together, how to break modules down, how to make them bite-sized, tells you how to film them, how to set the scene, what filming equipment, what to use to upload it, LMS or content management platforms or market platforms. And then it also tells you how to sell it. So it's basically let's do it all in one go. And if anyone's done our courses before, Jacqueline, you need to know. You just finished our Power Up Your Purpose course. You're doing the Changemaker stuff before you do that course. I'm telling you, no, I'm saying don't buy our course.
Yes. 90-day course first to get the structure and the planning for the whole of the business, Jacqueline, and then you're allowed to go and do this.
But yeah, Helena's put the link into that how to deliver digitally course. If that's something you've got as a project for 2021, and you want to get it done, and you want to get it done quickly, and you want to get it done because you know that it's a course that will sell, which is the biggest mistake most people make, is that they don't actually realize what it is need to be in the course in order for it to sell.
Yeah. Jacqueline, I think there are about 17 million of us who would actually like another month. Weirdly, we would actually really like another month just to kind of catch up on all the things, but specifically, obviously, about our trainings. Maybe there aren't 17 million of those, but I'm enjoying the thought of that. But the point here is that you're absolutely right, and we make time for the things that we make time for, and that's guided by what we're actually requiring. That question that I always ask of people: business, what do you require and desire? What is it that my business requires that actually allows this to happen? So if it shows up for you that you have been doing I would really, really like to make an online course and I never quite got round to it and I really want to, then please take a look at this, because big-headedly, I'm going to say it's pretty brilliant.
It's got everything you need there to make it happen.
Yeah. So Then we started listening some more, and we were beginning to realize, certainly over the summer, people were kind of easing into, certainly in the UK, it was really nice weather, it was amazing. And we realized people had more time on their hands. They were freed up in hello, I forgot. Taruna's just kind of doing the yay, but you found us. It's all good. You see, we thought we'd flummox some of you with this. But yeah, so we realized that people really did have time. They were sitting around in their gardens. They were, sort of just thinking about their marketing messages and the fact that they needed to do this shifting into, how am I now showing up in the world? What does this mean for me? And so we created we got creative again across 2 households, which was quite fun. We created this short program called Market Your Way, and it gives you all the templates. We literally went through everything we had and gathered it up and went, what is the thing that stops most speakers, authors, and coaches from really going out in the world? COVID or no COVID, what is it that stops them? And really, the thing that comes up all the time is marketing. It's the how do I show up in the right way, in the right place, at the right time, with the right message for me? That's marketing. And so we thought, well, what resources could we give to people that they could work their way through quickly and easily, that actually allows them to take that step back, pull everything together, all of the social media plans, the inspiration to create 2 years of content, the channels you should show up on. This thing is jam-packed with so many resources that you work through. So, so you come out with a plan. So it isn't just a theoretical, here, have this knowledge, don't do anything with it. No. We make you work at things. And that is the thing that then has helped several people, as we know from the people who've taken it, to really just start showing up in a way that works for them. Because, we don't do bespoke cookie cutter stuff ever. We really do say, how do you align what you are doing with who you're being? And so this will help you do that. And it's $14.99. So do yourself a favor. Get a Christmas present for yourself if you haven't got it.
$14.99 is accessible to everybody, and that's what we wanted to make it, because planning your marketing and your social media content is key, and it's a great activity for all of you to do in January. So you've got your whole year, or at least your first quarter, mapped out. So it's really important to do that. And bless you, Jacqueline. Yeah, you're on the right road. We're glad really you found us too.
So it really is just about supporting yourself, and we are so glad that you listen to your intuition, because sometimes that's also part of it. So I do want to raise that one. You may have seen some people this year or connected with others this year that you go, actually, this might be a really good person for me to follow or be with or collaborate with in 2021. So even just sitting back and thinking about that intuitive hit, thanks, Jacqueline, for that. That's important.
So one of the things that we talk about a lot, and we encourage you to do, and this is one of the reflective points for you, is have you been visible and consistent this year, which follows on from the marketing, but this is actually reviewing back to what have you actually done. And, we, as our record for last year, we have not broken it. We've gone live every Tuesday, every week of this year. We're not always at 1 o'clock, because sometimes it's different we've got people in the States or wherever that need to do it. But we haven't missed the Facebook Live. So I think we're up to about 150 Facebook Lives now. So we have them in our recorded sessions. And we also have the tab in the Connection Hub as our social learning units, which is one of the new features that we used in our group this year, so that you can track.
Yeah, exactly.
So that you can track what you have watched and what you haven't watched. And also, if you know that marketing is a priority, you go to that unit. Or if you think you want to develop as a professional speaker, you go to that unit. So it's something that we make sure that we constantly are listening to what you want training on, bringing guests on if we're not the experts, and providing you with varied content on how to run a speaker, author, or coach business on your terms. So I will put the link into the direct link into our social learning units if you haven't accessed them in the Connection Hub. And obviously you need to be a Connection Hub member as well, which was the link right at the beginning. So we hope that you come there. But just see to yourself, have you been consistent with your marketing message, with how visible you are, how accessible you are on your page, to your group, on LinkedIn, wherever your primary platform is? Because this time is when change makers need to be seen and heard constantly, so that you can basically be the guiding light for people that need your expertise.
And
It's
Taruna, it makes me so happy to see you saying I love the units easy to find things, because we really had to stop and consider, because it was one of the things that Facebook had actually brought in. So again, this is one of the things just to be aware of. Sorry, I think I cut you off, Kelly. I didn't mean to.
It's all right.
I
I'm
got
used to it
excited.
after many years, right?
Oh, hush up now. I think kettle pot black is all I can say on that one. But it actually, there was something really quite, because it was quite a big job for us, bearing in mind that there's 150 or so of them. So it was quite a big job to actually do it, and we had to think about it. But part of this is also about what are the trends that are actually happening in the environments that we've been in. We've all had to kind of accommodate a lot of those things, and it just made sense for us to do it. So it was a timely thing for us to do that
Yeah.
took time, if that makes sense.
And social media will always, whatever platform you're on, will always be a moving beast. So
Yeah,
even this month, I think we did or maybe last month, we did a training on what is your primary platform and how to use it, looking at the features of Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and also making sure you're making the most of it. So again, if you're planning content, if you're planning marketing for next year, these are some of the lives to look at, as well as the information in market your way.
for sure. Speaking of the Connection Hub, I have to say that, I'm not sure in our wildest dreams that we would ever have imagined this happening when we sat there in 2018 and went, shall we open up this group and see what happened? But we hit a member milestone. And so the learning point here for you to pick out, this is the one I'm going to put it in up front. So having milestones in your business allows you to kind of track where you're at. It's like the metrics that allow you to show growth, exponential growth, the dips and falls in all sorts of ways. So one of the member milestones that we use in our business to really kind of just take a step back and go, are we doing okay? We hit a member milestone of growing the group to over 8,000 members. And just for context, this time last year, so when we did this with ridiculous jumpers on, I think, when we did this last year, we were at 2,400 people. So, even in a year, we've grown by, oh my God, maths,
Don't look at me. Around
5,600.
6,000.
5,600, 600, yeah, something like that. And so we're really close to 9,000 members inside the Connection Hub. That's 9,000 really engaged, sort of off the scale engaged, apparently. I've been speaking to some Facebook experts and they're like, I'm sorry, did you say 65 to 75% engagement? What? How does that work?
How do you do that?
Yeah, exactly. And so that's actually secretly thrilling for me / us. But the point here is that please invite any speakers, authors, coaches that or indeed the people who are brilliant at supporting them. The illustrators, the graphic designers, the publishers, you name it, the people who make it easy for speakers, authors, and coaches to show up and change the world in the way that we are encouraging them to. So we need you. So think about your friends. If there's somebody missing in there who could add to the conversations that actually kind of goes on, please, and of course, bring them in if you can. But when we get to this is our next milestone, because you can use member milestones you can use
We
milestones
do.
yeah. And so we're inviting you to kind of model this. You can use milestones to actively set you okay, well, when we hit this, we will unleash that. And so the thing that we're unleashing, which we're really excited about, is when we hit 10,000, we are actually, because we're getting a lot of these questions around, how are you doing that? And I want to say this, we've grown our group completely organically.
No ad
There has
spend.
been no
You can
ad
go and
spend.
check it out. Go to our speaker insight page and you go to the visibility of ads and you'll see no ad spend. We've never even
Exactly.
a post, right?
Yeah. So we are actually putting together the course that will be unleashed when we hit 10,000 members on exactly how we've done that and how to build your own hugely engaged Facebook group. So that's really quite excited. We are really proud also that it's not our space. Like it doesn't belong to Kelly and Helena. We are privileged to host that space, but actually that so many of you consider it to be your space, and that's magic.
Yeah, we love the fact that She keeps on telling people about your course and it's not there yet. I know you tagged me in something earlier and I was like, it's not ready yet, Charlie.
That's like a whole new level of letting people know. Yeah, pre-selling, that's the word.
So the other thing that we are nearly at the awards, so don't worry, guys.
Yeah,
the
we're
other
nearly
thing that we also listen to is another resource, and it's always good to help your always good to help your audience with free content, right? Whether this is lead magnets, whether this is extra value, it's not always about products, because your audience needs to try you out and see what you're about and make sure that you add value every step of the way. And one of the things that we've done is we've revamped our members directory this year. So basically, if it's for anyone to list themselves as a speaker, author, or coach, or any of the supporting services that Helena said, VAs, website designs, publishers, speaker agents, anything like that, so that you can actually profile yourself for free. And also when you're thinking, oh, I need an illustrator, oh, I need a ghostwriter, oh, I need this, you can go to the directory, look for keywords, look for categories, and find people with all of their information and everything on there so that you can connect with people, because we are the connection hub, right? Yeah. And we try and do as much as possible to help you profile yourself and to connect you with the people that you need in your business. So I know Helena's put the link for the directory in the comments. Yeah. If you're not listed on there, then that's one of the things to do early next year, and get your profile listed and your picture and all your services so that people can find you.
Yay. Okay, we're nearly there, but we have to honor this one. One of the things that became, again, we are the connection hub, and so this kind of follows on from that. We know some really special, amazing humans who are doing incredible things in the world that we can't do. We always say to you, we don't teach speakers how to speak. We don't teach authors how to write. We don't teach coaches how to coach. We help you to put the foundations in your business, to build a portfolio business so that it works, what we call on your terms, because we want you to be out there in the world doing your thing. But in order to do that, you do need some special people who can support and help you. So this year, we really also want to thank the people who we've interviewed and, who have helped out on the Facebook Lives, who've been sharing their information. Again, check those out in the social learning units, people who specifically come in, because we can't know everything. And that's the whole point. You are needed because you are uniquely qualified to deliver a particular thing in the world, as we are. And so we want you to just remember to highlight that expertise as well, right? But there is this special group of people that we've been gathering over the time. And so we really want to honor the 12 official partners, Speaker Insight partners, who add so much value and so much support. And just to say, thank you to those people, because they're the ones that show up for our members to actively just help them out. And they're the people that we can rely on. And this is another one of the learning points for you. Who do you have that are collaborative partners that you can rely on, that you can send other people to? We talk about this thing around your business occupies this little bit. But there are, who has your customers before you, who has your customers after you is a really important bit. And those things, you shouldn't be doing those things. You should have people to signpost people to. So we've handpicked 12 partners that you're going to hear a lot more from next year, because they're absolutely amazing. And so
Charlie, we know that Charlie's live because she's putting comments in. So she's our B2B expert. So if you are somebody who markets B2B and you need to learn how to do that, then connect with Charlie. But you'll see much more of her in the hub. She's in the directory, all those types of things. And if any of our other partners are, because we can't see who's watching, whether this is live or whether you're watching this on the replay, then just tag yourself in the comments and tell everyone that you're a partner and what you do, and then I'm sure people can connect with you, but they will hear more. But it is what Helena said. In your business, it's really important about who's got your back, who are your mentors, who are your coaches, who pull you up, who are your peers that are your support network, and who are the people that you can outsource to, like your VAs and the people that do the stuff that you don't want to do. And then collaboratively, who are those people that have got your back, that are your partners, your affiliates, your connectors, your ambassadors, and really make sure that you're looking after them, acknowledging them, and working together collaboratively. Merry Christmas, Nick. Good to see you. Right,
And
you
so
just got the right time, Nick, for the
I
award.
know. He's got a knack for that. He's always got a knack for that. So let me tell you a little bit about the categories, and then we're just going to alternate and kind of do the reveal as you go. Who knows? It might be you. I can't remember what the program that was from, but anyway, it's all good. So, recognizing some of the members, we have got the following categories. The most I am going to read this because I cannot remember it and I'm going to get it wrong otherwise. So I am actually going to just read it off my trusty list, right? So the categories for the awards are most improved Changemaker Central member, the top referrer, the most consistent, this might be you if you are here, the most consistent Facebook Live viewer, the top content contributor. We mean this inside the Connection Hub, for sure. Our top cheerleader, because, everybody loves a fan and we do love our fans, but some of them are even bigger fans than others. And so who might that be? And then finally, because this is the thing that we are really in the business of doing, we are all about encouraging action. So we have our top action taker. So which one of those would you like to be winning? Which one of those might you have your sights on winning next year? So if you know that you haven't been showing up in a way to maybe show up as one of those things, use that as an impetus for the year to come and go, how do I need to be showing up that would allow me to even get an award in this way? So again, learning point for you. So
and this is something that Helena and I do throughout the year. So on our strategy days, we look at our group insights. We're making notes of it comes up as top contributors. It comes up as engaged people, all those types of things. These stats are available to you. So if you run your own group, you might be looking at badges of, top welcomers and people like that the Facebook allocate people. So see how you can acknowledge people in your environment, in your community, whether it's online or offline, because recognition is so important when people are running solo businesses predominantly as well, because nobody ever gives you that tap on the back when you're at the top of the food chain, right?
For sure.
So we need to acknowledge that, we couldn't do this without you. And, our categories are always changing and the people in there are always changing throughout the year. But these are the people that have won. So I'm going to take our most improved Changemaker Central member. And if you've won, we'll tag you in the comments. You might be watching live. If you are, then give us a shout out. If you're watching on the replay, then also give us a shout out.
But well done in advance.
Say that again.
Well done in advance to every single one of you.
So our most improved Changemaker Central member, which is our membership group, is Julie Tushingham. And the reason why we've chosen Julie is because she had a VIP day with Helena and I way back. And since then, she has literally revamped everything she does. She's worked with Dee, one of our partners, on her branding. And completely rebranded beautifully. She's built her framework, which is one of the key things that we've actually helped her with, and one of the key messages that we help people with. She's used one of our designers to do that. She's basically set her own Facebook group, really positioned herself. She was part of the visibility challenge and she did her first Facebook Live. So she's got really confident in front of camera that she wasn't before. And she's already started helping people with their PR and their reputation in the Changemaker group, but also in Connection Hub. And she's got clients. So we just seen this massive turnaround in like a 6-month period. And we just really want to acknowledge her for actually being that most improved, doing all the work, seeing the difference in our Changemaker Central membership. And so well done, Julie.
Well done, Julie, indeed. And so I've just tagged you. I've now started commenting as me so that I can actually tag you, because
you might have to do that. You might have to tag everyone.
I got that, and so that's why I'm saying that out loud, just so that you've got that. And I was like, oh, hang on a minute, I'll just tag all the people, and holding you on tenterhooks. So the next category is best referrer. What we mean by that is the person that actively is out there being an ambassador for us, the person who's kind of sprinkling some fairy dust around. Oh, have you heard of the Connection Hub? It's a really good place to hang out, kind of in conversation as they are elsewhere. they're not someone that you pay. By the way, and so again, the learning point for this one is who are you an ambassador for? Who do
Yeah.
you represent in this way? Who's out there doing this job for you, right? So the person who's out there doing this job for us, this is a bit of a cheeky one actually, is the person who won it last year.
I know, she's just kept up our record. We couldn't deny her of it again.
So, Michaela Brown, we are so grateful for your presence and your love for us, and for recognizing the impact that the Connection Hub actually has, and that it's a brilliant place to be. And I say that without guile. That you actively go, please come on in here because you're going to get some great value out of it. So she is constantly tagging us in other groups and recommending our services. We always see that people have been invited by her to join the hub, sort of that little, who invited you? Oh, look, it's Michaela Brown, so she is like our little networking angel, and we are just so grateful.
Perfect.
I'm going to
So
tag her now.
I was going to say, you tag her because I can't.
Yeah. I'm going in.
Okay.
So if it looks like I keep looking off, it's because I'm going in over here.
So our next category is our biggest Facebook Live supporter. So obviously all of you watching at the moment are probably going, well, it's me because I'm here, right? But what this is that, we go live every week. So we are logging and understanding who's been consistently with us for the most Facebook Lives over the year. But also the person that's won this award is Tim Gray. Because not only has Tim been consistent and been with us throughout the year, is that when we're on lives, Tim actively joins in the conversation. So he's constantly actually adding links or resources or his opinions and adding, yeah, but what about this? And actually that we love that in our lives because we want it to be answering your questions. We want it to be dynamic. And the more that you can interact with us on the lives in the comments, the better the training comes for everybody. And Tim's always got some great suggestions, some great insights, and he's consistent at being there with us. He might not be on every single one, but hey, people have got businesses and lives to run.
They really do.
When he does show up, he's really engaged, and he's really he contributes so well to the discussion that we want to acknowledge you for that, Tim. And we want to thank you with our biggest live supporter award.
Which is amazing, but I can't tag him because for some reason we have somehow become unfriended in this. But I'm just gonna Nick's saying I was happy with just the hello.
I'll tag you afterwards, Tim.
Yeah.
We'll move on.
So we'll move ourselves on. Okay, so that leads us on to inside the Connection Hub. There are certain people who contribute so much in terms of the feedback, the help, the tweaks, the opinions, their shared knowledge, coming from a place of expertise and just generously giving in this way. So that leads us to our top contributor award, which has to go to, now she's highly likely not to be up at this moment in time.
Amy's over in the States. Yeah.
It's like Amy sat there with her morning cup of coffee, but this lady lives in Texas, so she may not actually be in here. She's been such a gem inside the Connection Hub and also inside our Changemaker Central group, because she always puts up her Friday Feelings post. So we have this hashtag Friday Feelings, and if there's only one thing that you do, I hope you're getting that as we're going through these milestones, if there's only one thing that you do, so this is back to your training and your notes, Royston is excited about whatever's arriving next. But the thing about this is we do inside the Connection Hub, we do a hashtag Friday Feelings post that actively allows you to say, how are you doing? What's gone on for you? And you need some way of doing that on a regular basis, because you could even just look back over those for the next, year to go, wow, I actually did a lot, right? But so the thing about this is that that's not all she does. She welcomes pretty much everybody to the group, which is amazing. but also supporting those people who really need her skills. Now, her super genius skills are in copywriting, right? And so she generously just kind of says, hey, you could tweak this, or you could provide, this awesome content like that. She just pops in and you go, that's magic, and thank you so much. That's
Yeah,
amazing. So
that would have cost me about 50 quid to just change that title. So thanks very much.
exactly. So we know many, many, many people have benefited from the things that she has shared inside both of our groups. And so we're just very grateful for you being such a contributing angel, Rachel.
You haven't said her name.
Oh, Rachel Allen. Sorry. Oops. Hi, Rachel Allen. You won.
I thought you were leaving it to the end like a crescendo.
I was, and then I got excited about just talking about her like she's just present with me, which is fine. But Rachel Allen, you glorious human, thank you so much for all you do for everybody that is in our world.
Yeah, and you might know her under the Bulk Copywriting brand as well. So again, all these people I think they're all listed in our directory, but you'll see them much more in the hub when now you're more aware of them. And she's a great copywriter. Okay, so our penultimate category is our top cheerleader, which Helena said, cheerleaders are those people that, they literally have pom-poms in the connection hub, and they just, they're not cheerleading us, they're cheerleading you. That's what we're trying to say here. They keep the energy high in the group, and they just are great. And the winner of this is Malcolm Pollock. Now, we've known Malcolm for many, many years. And he's the same, actually, in all the groups that we're joint part of, me and him and Helena too. He's got this slogan as "Be More Malcolm," because people just like, how are you always in groups? How are you always that active? How are you always that celebratory and welcoming to people? You're everywhere, and people are saying somebody always needs someone in their group to be more Malcolm. And what Malcolm does, and you'll see this now, every time we put a welcome post up of all of our new members, he's there welcoming to the group, or the individual post. He still adds contribution and stuff like that, but his real specialism is actually welcoming people to the culture, the feeling of the hub family, and just making them feel like, yeah, this is great. And he really reads everyone's welcome story or introductory story and gives them feedback. So we really acknowledge Malcolm. He's had a really hard year, and he's still been present. And we just think that you are an absolute superstar, Malcolm. We love having you in our world. So thank you for being our top cheerleader.
I just typed that as well, which is really good. I said, we love you, because we really do, Malcolm, and just love and light to all that's happening for you. So we are at the thing that we love more than anything, which is action taking. I'm not saying, one award is better than another, but there is something about nothing gets done until you do it. So this next award is for top action taker. And I'm going to say it up front, because otherwise I'll get excited and I'll forget again. So this one is going to go to one of our Changemaker members, who is also a star member, because she is just consistently improving, taking action, taking action, taking action. Her name is Kat Cripps. You might see her as Catriona Cripps, but really Kat has just been consistently taking action and taking imperfect action. This is the key to actually getting things out in the world. Don't wait until it's perfect. Actively go, oh, this is version 1, this is version 2, I'm going to take action. I just heard this, I just saw that, I'm going to take action. She has literally been, so one of the things that happens inside Changemaker Central, which is really good, because somebody needs to have your back, right? Well, if you're running your business on your own, or if you've got a couple of outsourcers working with you, but you're still technically a micro or small business in some way, actually having people who have your back and having people who have a little bit of expertise is vital. And so one of the things that Kelly and I do for our Changemaker Central members is that we have a thing called #Feedback Friday. And Feedback Friday is really where you can put up a document by 1:00 on a Friday, GMT, just for time zone land. that one or other of us will then review and look over, and you will have all of our amendments, our suggestions, our support for that particular thing, whether it's your website copy, your about page, the meme that you've just created, the new framework that you might have unearthed with our support because you've been looking at one of our courses, and so on. But it allows you to put a document up for hashtag Feedback Friday on the Friday, and then by Monday at 5 you will have the revised version of that. And so literally she hasn't missed a week since she's been in. Like, it's just amazing. And that's partly what we're saying here is do you take the opportunity every single week to do something, to make some kind of contribution to your business and make some kind of progress and movement? And that's really what we're recognizing here, sort of
Yeah, we
in our,
really, with Kat, we want, we run a monthly deep dive spotlight training in Changemaker, and she'll not only be there, she'll actually then take action on the things that we suggest from that training. She downloads all the lead magnets. She's there at our Ask Us Anything every Monday. So, she's there because she soaks up the knowledge like a sponge, but she doesn't leave it there as knowledge. She turns it into action, which is one of the things that her old mentor, Karen, our colleague, used to teach her. So we know that Karen lives on through Kat and many of our other members. So all of you lovely award winners, there'll be goodies in the post to you to celebrate your award.
There'll be please send me your updated addresses just in case you've moved, and or I may not have them. So
just PM us.
PM us and so that we can get the juiciness out to you. That's fun.
And those of you that are watching, and those of you that see this in the hub, just that even if you're not an award winner, does not mean that we don't massively acknowledge, recognize, appreciate, and love you all, because we couldn't do this without you. You are the reason why we do this, and we couldn't do it without you. So that's the dichotomy going on there. Even the lurkers in the group, right? We know this is one of the things that we teach in our new course, that 90% of people in a Facebook group will be lurkers. They'll watch everything. They just will never comment. They'll never like. They'll never share. They'll never do any of those things. So you'll never know about them. And so if you're one of those lurkers watching now, we ought to send a big, festive greetings and thanks to you, because even though we don't know who you are, we love that we're helping you, and we love having, these 9,000 members in the hub this year, that, whatever way that we're touching and inspiring you or connecting you with others, we're really appreciative that you're in our world and that we get a pleasure to do that.
Jacqueline saying she's inspired to win something next year. That's delicious. Kelly, you made me quite teary. I'm actually feeling a little bit emotional right now.
Sorry, you had a gin and tonic last night. That's what it's about.
No, that was Friday. Although the effects could still be playing, given the little that I actually kind of, do the alcohol thing. So, but I mean, so here's the thing. As Kelly said, we really honor you for being here with us, for being on the journey, for letting us be on your journey and part of your journey. Yay, Malcolm! Sorry, Malcolm just popped in and went, woohoo, cool notification to get. Merry Christmas. How amazing. You'll have to scroll back and so as soon as we finish this, and you'll have to just listen into this bit just now. So here's the thing. We're going to be taking a break because we like to lead by example. And we feel, all of us, it's been a big year, peeps. It's been a really big year, and I think all of us really need a break, and we're going to be taking our break from Christmas, and we encourage you really to all do the same. We're going to be back with our Facebook Lives from the 12th of January, so it's a proper break, and we're going to be dipping in and out, obviously, of the Connection Hub over the holidays. So we're still going to be in there and active. Just hang fire on. Your post might not get approved as soon as it possibly can, because we are going to do our best to have potentially virtual connections with many of the people. And so we also want to say this, there is, I am teary. Hold on. Just gonna so we talk a lot about being vulnerable as well, sort of and every now and then. It's been a big year, and we really wish you a beautiful Christmas, whatever it is you're doing. and whoever it is you can spend that with. And we know that, especially for a lot of us down here in the southeast of London, that it may not be the way that you wanted it to be. But we send you love and light for that. And we ask you to reach out and to be the connectors that we know that you are. And to do what you can to really support yourselves and support others, and to have a beautiful rest over Christmas and really be in place, because you are amazing humans. And
Yeah.
we, as a collective, what Kelly and I set out to do when we started this was to create a space for people who want to change the world for the better, and to create a space where you can all hang out and learn from each other and be with each other. So that it's gotten to this stage, and that we're nearly at the 10,000 where we can do this, even more exponentially, is amazing. And we really recognize that it's been a tough year. So be gentle on yourselves.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful Christmas. So I'm done. I can't do any more.
You'll see from our newsletter that comes out this week that we are highly encouraging you all for a lot of self-care this Christmas, right? Because it's going to change next year. It's going to be the new normal, but you need to be ready. You need to be rejuvenated. You need to be replenished in order to take that new normal on. And, especially with the news that many of us are heartbroken that we don't get to see our family, we want to make sure that you feel that you're part of our extended family, right? So you'll still feel the love in the hub, even though we're not in there every day as we are normally. And there are so many people that are in the same situation. So make sure you reach out and connect. And but primarily have some self-care.
For sure.
Cherish the quality relationships that you have got and the time that you've got. And make sure you spend a lot of that time being grateful, especially it's solstice tonight. And you've got the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction for the Christmas star that hasn't landed in 700 odd years. There's lots of things that are 800. There are lots of things to be grateful for and to look forward to. And, when you keep your vibration high, lots of things happen. And we're here. We've got your back.
We really do. And we can't wait to see what happens in 2021, but we're going to be right here with you.
Enjoy the festive season, everyone, however you're celebrating.